Do you know intertidal range? The difference in the water level of the high tide and the low tide is called tidal range. Students, you can see here water level A at high tide position and water level B at low tide position. The difference between high tide water level, that is A dash, and low tide water level, that is B, is called intertidal range. It is measured in centimeter. The intertidal range in open seas, this range is about 30 centimeter. However, towards the coastal areas, it goes on increasing. Along the coast of peninsular India, the range is around 100 to 150 centimeter. For most of the part, the highest tidal range in the world is observed at Bay of Fundy along the Atlantic coast of North America. Here, the tidal range is about 1600 centimeter. In India, the highest tidal range is in the Gulf of Khambat. It is about 1100 centimeter. Effects of tides. With the high tide, fish move into the creeks and this helps fishing activity. The tides clear the west and hence the coasts become clean. Ports do not get filled with sediments. Ships can move up to the ports during high tide. During high tide, seawater can be stored in salt pans from which salt can be obtained. The tidal force can be used to generate electricity. A lack of an understanding of the timings of high tide and low tides may cause accidents to swimmers entering the sea. The tides help in maintaining the mangroves and the coastal biodiversity. Timings of the tides change daily. The tides are continuously occurring phenomena. After reaching the maximum water level during high tide, the low tide sets in. Similarly, after reaching the lowest water level during the low tide, the high tide sets in. There will be high tide at point P as it is opposite to the moon. As point F is opposite, that is at an antipodal location to the point P, it will also experience high tide at the same time. It will take 24 hours for point P to come back to its original position, that is at 360 degree. Point P will be at point F after 12 hours, that is after crossing 180 degrees. The same change will also occur with reference to the point F. Point F will not experience the same high tide because in the meanwhile the moon also would have moved a little ahead, that is approximately 6 degree 15 minutes. Hence, it will take 25 minutes more for the point F to come to the position opposite to the moon. After 12 hours 25 minutes, point F will arrive opposite to the moon and it will experience high tide. Point P opposite to F will also experience high tide. Later again, after 12 hours and 25 minutes, point P1 will experience high tide as it comes in front of the moon. There will be high tide at F1, 2 as shown in the figure. There is high tide and low tide twice a day within 24 hours. Generally, the time difference between two high tides is of 12 hours and 25 minutes. Try this. Take a wide open large dish. Keep the dish on a table or a flat surface. Fill water in the dish up to the rim. We have to generate waves in the dish. Is it possible to generate waves without touching or showing the dish? Try doing so by blowing air with your mouth on the water surface of the dish. In what different ways can we generate waves in the dish? By dropping an object in the dish, by blowing air on the water surface, by strong fan breeze. Waves. Students, if you blow air over hot milk or tea while drinking, ripples are generated on the milk or the tea. In the same way, because of the force of the wind, water appears to be moving. The seawater gets pushed by the wind and ripples are generated on the water surface. These are called waves. The seawater moves up and down or slightly forward and backward due to the waves. The waves bring the energy contained in them to the coast. They break in all shallow waters near the coast. Large or small waves are fought continuously at the surface of the sea. Generation of waves is a natural and regularly occurring phenomenon too. Structure of the waves. The seawater gets pushed up and down because of the wind. The raised up portion of a wave is called crest and the depressed one is called trough. If a strong wind is blowing in one direction, large waves are generated. The vertical distance between a crest and the following trough is called the amplitude of the wave, whereas the distance between two successive crests or troughs is called wavelength. The wavelength, its amplitude and its velocity depend on the velocity of the wind. Velocity of waves. If we stand at the coast, we feel the waves are coming towards the coast. If a floating object is thrown at a distance in the sea, we find the object moving up and down at the same place. It does not come to the coast. It means the water forming the wave also does not come to the coast. Remember that the water in the wave does not move. What moves is the energy. The main reason of wave generation is wind. But at times, due to earthquakes or volcanic eruptions occurring below the floor of the sea, waves get generated. Such waves assume a great height in the shallow waters near the coast. These waves are very destructive. They cause huge loss of property and life. These waves are called tsunamis. In year 2004, tsunami waves were generated because of the earthquake that took place near Sumatra Island of Indonesia. They devastated the east coast of India as well as of Sri Lanka. The waves cause erosion along the headlands and create beaches in the protected locations in the bays. Always remember, if earthquake occurs in the ocean, the coastal areas face a risk of tsunamis. In such cases, it is better to go away from the coast or towards the higher altitudes. This way, loss of life can be avoided. Do you know, while moving along the sea coast or playing in the water, we must take adequate care regarding the timings of the tides. Otherwise, it can lead to serious accidents. For that, we must know the timings of the tides. For this, you must know the phase of the moon on the given day. 3/4 of the phase of the moon is the time of high tide. For example, suppose you are at the coast on the fourth phase of the moon. Then 3/4 of the phase is 3. It means the high tide will occur at 3 am and 3 pm and approximately 6 hours from it, that is 9 am and 9 pm, will be the low tide. There may be slightly differences according to local conditions. We must collect the information from local people and learn from them about the structure of the coast, its slope, rocky areas, as well as the streams near the coast before entering the sea waters for enjoyment.